And here we go. No, I need my notebook. Where's my notebook here? Okay, I know I put it somewhere. There's one. There's the other. We're good. We did it. Okay, this is Torah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry for the wait. Hope you had a great day. Welcome to the health class for this week. Health class number 20. And I forgot to put the date on it. Okay, I'll have to do it later. Tonight we're going to discuss a few things. First of all, as we know that the farmers don't let the land rest every 7 years like the Torah says. And if we were on the land of Israel, that would be a problem spiritually speaking. But since we live here in the States, they can get away with doing that. Now, there's a problem with doing it. And what is that? The problem lies in the fact that when they don't let the land rest, then there are less nutrients in the food every week. And that could be problematic, being that we already have a mineral chelator in the world around us from the Monsanto company, which now Bayer Aspirin bought out. But we're not even going there. They have mega lawsuits in California about the fact that they created a so-called pesticide that was patented as an antibiotic. And what it does is take minerals out of people, the atmosphere, the food, whatever. Anyway, so we've spoke about that in prior classes. So I'm not getting into that with details tonight, but I would like to share a few things that I found very interesting. And one of them is a report from a health magazine that talks about sharpening our cognition. Now, what is cognition? That is the sharpness of the mind. We were just listening this afternoon, my husband and I. So glad you're there. So I did a search on the internet this afternoon, and I was so wonderfully surprised to find out that there are two foods that have mega nutrients, including helping the function of the brain and protecting us from macula and something you wouldn't even think of. But in today's world, Hashem, all my soul, for all the people who know that we need healthy stuff. I'm sorry? So, bless Hashem, all my soul. Oh, husby. I don't know what happened, but please take that off. Oh, yeah, what a disturbance. Anyway, let's go on. As I was saying, we ate in the soup we ate this afternoon, sweet benefits of sweet potatoes.
I found a list.
They're making non-GMO, peeled, boiled, and ready to eat sweet potatoes in a can. Now, I don't know if you can get it on Kingston, but I do know that some of the basic do carry that. Over here, I go to the local store called Cashwise, and bless Hashem, they have it there. Some stores are more conducive to Heksher than others. You'll have to check that out in your neighborhood. And the second thing I was checking this afternoon is something that has selenium.
On the website harvard.edu, they say, selenium is an essential component of various enzymes and proteins, called selenoproteins, that help to make DNA and protect against cell damage and infections. These proteins are also involved in reproduction and the metabolism of thyroid hormones. Do you want a little more context?
Yes.
It is found naturally in foods or as a supplement. Selenium is an essential component of various enzymes and proteins, called selenoproteins, that help to make DNA and protect against cell damage and infections. These proteins are also involved in reproduction and the metabolism of thyroid hormones.
Wow. So let's point out two mega foods that I use that have selenium. First of all, you can get all the selenium your body needs in one Brazil nut daily. But another way to get it is through mushrooms. Mushrooms also carry omega selenium as well. Now, we can't overdo it. You cannot eat 5 or 10 Brazil nuts. You could eat other ones, almonds, whatever, peanuts. And to make sure they're non-GMO is a very good way to go. But when it comes to Brazil nuts, you eat one, and not more than one a day, because overdosing on selenium is not a good idea. Although most of the time, when it's not a supplement, but it's food, the body will filter out what it doesn't need. And then comes down to what is oil soluble and water soluble. Oil soluble, such as vitamin D3, the body needs like a little butter or olive oil or something in order to absorb into the body. But vitamin C, I believe it's ABC, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not sure about the A. I know B and C are water solubles, and so they only need water in order to absorb into the body. And as I have taught before, vitamin C does not retain or sustain in a part of the body for usage for later. Vitamin C will take what it needs, the body, and the rest will come out when you go to the bathroom in the liquid. So it's not, if you take 500 milligrams or 1,000 milligrams or 2,000, I take almost 3,000 a day, sometimes more. The body will not retain more for later. So let's say you were going to take 1,500 for the day. You're better off taking 500 in the morning, 500 in the afternoon, and 500 before you go to sleep. Now you have to be very careful what you take before you go to sleep, because vitamin B12, the multivitamins, they have energy vitamins in them. So that's going to get you up and running, and it's not conducive for sleep. One of the minerals that is like a vitamin, a mineral, is magnesium, which is excellent for sleep. If you have a little magnesium an hour or two before sleep, it's conducive to sleep. And what I do, it's funny because I remember thinking back a while back and saying, wow, when I was a baby, they gave me a bottle of milk and I conked out. So I started drinking a glass of milk before I went to bed at night. And then I found out that milk has not magnesium, it has melatonin. Now, melatonin is a natural nutrient that the body creates as the room gets darker in order for a person to sleep. As a person gets older, that nutrient produces less. So it's a good possibility that the person can have a deficiency of melatonin. Here in our house, we have the two main lights of the living room on time clocks. So at 9 o'clock in the evening, the two lights click off. Then we have these little lights on the desk, which tells us that we are having dessert by candlelight. And it's reducing the amount of light that the body is receiving, and therefore causing the melatonin naturally made by the body to begin to come out and do its job. So that is a super important, and interestingly enough, we're going to be studying in a little while tonight on eggs, because eggs and meat are two things that are food that have all the vitamins: eggs, chicken, and eggs and meat. So, very, very interesting that eggs also have melatonin when people eat them in the morning for breakfast, not before they go to bed at night. Figure that one out. But in any case, maybe a kugel is good, huh? But going on, hope some of this information is helpful. But now we're going to go on to the cognition, the mind. One of the nutrients I found that does a lot of mega benefits is called alpha lipoic acid. And nowadays there's a company called Jarrow that makes it vegan, and it's called sustained release. Vitamin C now comes sustained release also, which means that it lets off a little bit onto the body like every hour. Therefore, it's a lot more potent than your basics. We also take, apart from a multivitamin, a vitamin B12, methyl B12. That vitamin B12 needs to be taken in the morning. I'm not sure about the alpha, but I take it in the morning. Let's see if we get some health benefits on the alpha. Hey Google, what does alpha lipoic acid do for the body?
On the website healthline.com, they say, alpha lipoic acid has strong antioxidant properties which may reduce inflammation and skin aging, promote healthy nerve function, lower factors, and slow the progression of memory loss disorders. People also ask me, who should not use alpha lipoic acid? Want to hear the answer?
Yes.
On the website webmd.com, they say, possibly ineffective for liver disease in people who drink alcohol. Taking alpha lipoic acid by mouth daily for up to 6 months does not improve liver function or reduce liver damage in people with alcohol-related liver disease. Altitude sickness.
That's none of us, so we don't have to worry about that. Friday night, we have a small cup of wine, and mine comes from Israel, and I enjoy it tremendously. But I take alpha lipoic every day, and I find it's been helping me in improving. And as you noticed in the report, it even works against wrinkle, anti-wrinkle. Now, we taught last week's class that there were a couple things that are anti-wrinkle. One of them is, and I take it, is I take a supplement called collagen. There are various foods that have collagen as well, but I take a supplement in the morning, and I have a cream in my bedroom, in the bathroom, and that cream is called a progesterone cream. Now, progesterone cream is also good for anti-wrinkle. I was recommended that years ago by a friend of mine, and was studying to be a doctor, and it's not chemical. Progesterone cream is something natural. The body produces its own when we're younger. As people get older, there are certain things, the body, and collagen also. But as people get older, the collagen, the progesterone, and different nutrients that are anti-wrinkle seem to produce less and can cause that issue. So in today's world, Baruch Hashem, we have many companies making awesome kosher supplements where we can keep up with all of that and stay away from wrinkled skin. I put the progesterone on my hands, above my eyes, under my eyes, on my neck, around my mouth, and I find that it works excellently. I've recommended it to other friends, and they do very well with it. The one I use is called sourcenaturals.com. sourcenaturals.com. So let's read a little of this report here. Interestingly enough, the title is Sharpen Your Cognition, and it starts out talking about antioxidants. But interestingly enough, the next section down is talking about vitamins and minerals. So let's begin. The very earliest stages of mental decline, God forbid, is mild cognitive impairment and can manifest as age-related forgetfulness. And there are now supplements for that as well. I take one. Call me after class. I'll be glad to give you the information off the bottle. Nothing I buy is expensive, you should know. Everything I buy is very reasonable, $10, maximum $20 for something. Okay. When older adults with any cognitive impairment, God forbid, are supplemented with astaxanthin, every day for 3 months, the antioxidant led to faster thinking and better quality and ability to figure things out quickly. In short, this supplement helped support a nimble mind. That's ASTA, X like X-ray, ANTHIN. Not sure the pronunciation, but that's how it's spelled. Another antioxidant nutrient with brain benefits is curcumin, or commonly known as that great orange spice I use every morning, which is called turmeric. Curcumin, and turmeric are one and the same. And I found out that when you mix turmeric with black pepper, let's say you put it on boiled eggs or put it in an omelet. I put it in everything. I put turmeric with black pepper in everything. And you don't even hardly taste it, but the nutrients are mega. Let's find out what it does. Okay. The anti-inflammatory benefits of curcumin are one way that this herb protects the brain, since long-term low-grade inflammation contributes to cognitive decline. So take note here that inflammation causes, God forbid, cognitive decline, and turmeric is an anti-inflammatory. The research with curcumin has progressed to the human stage, with older adults supplementing with curcumin showing better working memories. There's also, like I said, I have a supplement here. Here it is. I have this supplement. Can't see it that way. Maybe you could see it this way. There we go. It says memory on the bottle there. And it's got a bunch of interesting herbs in it. It's natural. I'll read it off a little. It has pantothenic acid, choline, which there's a supplement I have that's choline and inositol, and those two work together as meganutrients. We'll have to ask the computer in a minute. Magnesium, like up to 400 milligrams a day should be magnesium. And like I said, magnesium by itself is a good one for before bed. Has zinc in it, it has selenium, and it has manganese, and it has gotu-kola, which is a herb, inositol, like I said, lecithin from sunflower flaxseed. It has L-glutamine, which is good for muscles and joints. It has ginkgo biloba, which we usually take quite regularly, and that's also for the mind and the brain and all the good stuff. And taurine is another excellent supplement for anti-aging, yes. Tyrosine and PABA. All that is in here. And this is made in San Antonio, Texas. And it's veggie tablets. When it's vegan or veggie, we don't have to be concerned about kosher, because what would make something not kosher? So this is not a capsule. These are tablets, much safer. But let's go on. So it says, okay, vitamins and minerals. Researchers from the National Institute on Aging conducted a large and long-lasting study tracking both vitamin D levels of adults and their thinking abilities. And these days they have discovered that mega dosages of vitamin C and mega dosages of D3 are good to go against free radicals, are good to go against any clogging of the veins and the arteries. D3 will keep the blood flowing clear. So, and it says it right here, with higher levels, memory skills also showed a slower rate of decline in adults with the greatest vitamin D intake. Now, Maxi makes, that's a kosher company, Maxi makes a D3 that's 5,000 milligrams, one little tablet. And I take 2 of them daily, every morning. And D3 should be taken in the morning. Going on. Essential to the brain and the nerve function is vitamin B12. We spoke about it last week that it should be methylcobalamin and not cyanocobalamin. Methyl absorbs better in the body. Cyano has a little essence of poison. Going on. And is taken for memory loss, concentration, mental function, mood lifting, energy boosting. And some of these diseases that I don't mention, it also helps against that, the B12, among other conditions. A study found a connection between B12 deficiency and both brain, God forbid, brain shrinkage and memory loss in older adults. So, is B12 needed? It's needed, boy. I mean, you can get it online. The one I take is from a company called Jarrow. They're cherry flavored. You can munch it down in the morning if you don't like swallowing pills. It's a vegan product, so it's not a problem with kosher. And basically, I find their product to be very high quality. Deficiencies in iron are linked to cognitive impairment as well. Make sure you eat your raisins, including intelligence, attention span, sensory perception, as well as a behavioral and emotional issue. It's key that children that get enough iron, as iron intake in youth has been shown to collaborate with better brain function as an adult as well. So, 7 steps to brain health. 3 factors that promote cardiovascular wellness and may also foster brain health. The AHA's Life's Simple 7 urges people to manage their blood pressure, and there are various natural ways to do that. One of them is making sure that the person consumes enough water daily, controlling cholesterol, and we're going to learn about that when we study the eggs in a few minutes, because eggs are made, everybody from years past when I was younger, they would say, oh, eggs are very high in cholesterol, don't eat so many eggs. Let me tell you that there are good and there are bad cholesterols. And eggs have a good cholesterol in it. It helps the body. It does not harm it. I have been eating eggs all my life, every morning since I was a child. I have never needed doctors, medicines, nothing. I have been healthy all my life. So, must be something in those eggs. Most of all, God, Hashem, uses those eggs as a keli. I do my best, he does the rest. but I have to do my best. So I have to be looking up what I eat according to what my body might need. If something I could eat has mega nutrients in it, and the other thing only has a few, definitely it pays to eat this instead of that. Because no matter what, we get full fast and that's it, yalla. Especially me lately. Oh my goodness, since I became this age, I'm eating less than ever. And I get full very quickly. But going on, it says cholesterol control, and these are going to tell us about that in a short while. Keeping the blood sugar normal, and there are ways to attend that also naturally. Get physical activity. So I recommend, and what I do, I wake up in the morning, I go to the bathroom. I'm trying to make a habit that every time I wash my hands, I do tiptoes 10 times. No big deal. Up, down, 10 times. And then I try to stretch out my arms at least once a day, 10 each. 1, 2, 3, and I can feel my muscle back there. And when I get in bed at night, I twist to the side and I twist to the side. And then I got some cushy blankets and I squeeze them at least a good 10 times. I learned that by squeezing cushy, whether it's a cushy pillow or blanket, at least 10 times, 20 times is better, or 10 here and 10 there, it helps the function of the brain. Find a little towel and squeeze it, or a cushy blanket. I have connected it with my blanket at night, so I don't forget to do it. I do it. I get in bed, and that's one of the first things I do is squish my blankets with my hands. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it works. And that was taught to me by a doctor by the name of Dr. Mandel, and you can find him on YouTube. And he comes up with all these little quickies. Like he was saying, if a person has a lot of mucus, they should rub Vicks Vapor Rub on the bottom of their feet before they go to bed at night, a thick coat, put socks over it so they don't mess up the bed, and just go to sleep. He says it'll reduce the amount of mucus immediately. I personally don't usually recommend drugs of any kind at any time, but whenever in the past I had any mucus at all, I would take a 12-hour Sudafed, just one, and I took it, let's say, before I went to bed at night until I got up in the morning, and it dried everything up. And after the second day, it dried it up so it didn't keep going on. So I don't know if that would work for anybody else. I don't usually recommend drugs at all, but that works like a charm to get rid of the mucus if the Vicks didn't function. Anyway, let's go on. Or it probably functions a little something, but. So, keep a blood sugar control, get physical activity, eat a healthy diet, and if you stick with me, you're going to learn how. If you don't have to really lose extra weight, if you're eating non-GMO and organic, you will lose weight automatically. When I decided to leave Brooklyn and come here, is when I decided to abandon the idea of just rampage of organics and learned what is a GMO, a genetically modified organism. That is that they took the seed of plants that God made, took them into a laboratory, changed the DNA on the seed so that the plant produced more, so that the plant killed the internal systems of the bugs, so that the plant produced more, they made more money, and so they wouldn't need as much pesticide because it was expensive. The problem lies in the fact that of the autoimmune diseases that are circulating in the world around us today, even including autism, which is in more than half the children, is coming from the corruption of the food. So where in past years we could just go to the store and buy something, If you don't want doctors and pharmaceuticals and to feel lousy, then start being very careful what you eat and what you consume. Now, a lot of the nutrients are not present in what used to have nutrients, so it's very important to make sure you supplement. And then, even the meat and chicken these days, there is a kosher company that I used to work for. They were called Wise Kosher out of Williamsburg. They are now called, and you can find them online, Glatt Dash Kosher, no, Glatt Organics. Glatt Organics. I think it's glatt-organics.com. Glatt-organics.com. So chicken, we're good. Okay. The company is called Glatt Organics. If you have any other trouble finding it and you want to buy it, call me, because since I used to work for them, I still have the boss's cell numbers and stuff. We can connect you. But that's what I bought. That's what I have in my fridge. And it's better to be safe than sorry, 100%. And I found that it's not more expensive than the garbage. So, going on. And that was the end of the list. The seventh we don't have to worry about because nobody I know smokes cigarettes. Okay. The benefits of omega-3 fatty acids is also another, I call it brain food, mostly traced back to how this essential fat interacts in, think heart problems or whatever, autoimmune conditions, macula, and that thing that makes people shake, and I don't want to say the names of garbage, originated with uncontrolled inflammation in the body. Since omega-3, which are little gummy fishies that we eat in this house, and they come from koshervitamins.com. Where is my, here they are. It's called omega-3. That's what it, that makes it called O apostrophe V like victory, ITA, Ovita gummies. Okay. The most one super important supplement is the omega-3, whether you do it in gummy or you take a pill, but it is brain food, folks, and it's an anti-inflammatory. Since omega-3 dampen this inflammation, including them in your diet or as a supplement form, supports a healthier body and brain. During pregnancy, well, nobody here has to worry about that, so we'll drop down. This developmental importance of omega-3 continues for even nursing mothers. At the other end of the age spectrum, when elderly adults supplement with omega-3, the little fishies, their cognitive perks up, even if they have already been diagnosed with mild, God forbid, cognitive impairment. The Global Organization for EPA and DHA omega-3 recommends that adults consume 500 milligrams or 500 mg daily of EPA DHA, which is omega-3s, which is a line with many international guidelines. So, not to continue in the magazine, but I believe we learned a lot of very important things here. And all these things I have told you up to now are excellent for the face and the skin. So, let's ask my buddy over here. Hey, Google, what does just as well? We'll wait for the thing to come back. What can I do? It's going, okay, here we go. Hey, Google, the health benefits of inositol and choline.
Sorry, I don't have any information about that.
Yes, you do. Hey Google, what does inositol do for the body?
On the website arrow.fandom.com, they say, density control. Anissa can manipulate her own density by holding her breath, which grants her superhuman strength, invulnerability, and regeneration.
He's not hearing me. That's the problem. This in front of him is causing a problem. Hey Google, the health benefits of choline.
On the website cdc.gov, they say, proven reduction of most bacteria and viruses in water, residual protection against recontamination, ease of use and acceptability, proven reduction of diarrheal disease incidence.
Boy,
people also ask
what
me,
were you
is chlorine
drinking
good for
today?
humans? Want to hear the answer?
No. You're not. I know I'm speaking English. All right, let's go on. He doesn't want
to change the language I speak. Open the Google Home app.
No, thank you.
At the top right,
no.
tap your profile picture or initial. Then assistant settings. Then languages.
No. Stupid. Okay, let's go on. I don't know why he's misbehaving today. Normally he works very well, and we get a lot of information from him. But something's going on with him today. I don't know what. Maybe it's that the internet is playing games. Okay, because I've been seeing stuff on the screen. Let's go on. We have plenty to study today. Yes. So I was checking on, spoke of last week, minerals. There's a mineral chelator in the atmosphere that we need to replace the minerals through supplementation and food. What is going on with the internet? Husband, could you look at the box back there and see if it's blue or red? Yeah. When it was red, it was working better. Unbelievable. Okay. Green is good. Okay. Let's go on. There's another mineral that we need trace amounts in the body, and it's called Chromium Picolinate. And it does various things for the body. Let me see if I can get this thing to cooperate. Hey, Google, what does Chromium Picolinate do for the body?
On the website everydayhealth.com, they say, Chromium Picolinate is a supplement that some people take as a complementary and alternative therapy to help a chromium deficiency, control blood sugar levels, lower cholesterol, or lose weight. Do you want a little more context?
Yes. Notice lower cholesterol. Yes.
On the website wa.kaiserpermanente.org, they say, chromium supplementation has reduced total cholesterol and LDL cholesterol and increased HDL cholesterol in double-blind and other controlled trials. People also ask me, does chromium help with high cholesterol? Want to hear the answer?
Yes.
On the website mountsinai.org, they say, some suggest that chromium may lower LDL cholesterol, including one study that combined chromium with grapeseed extract. In another study, people who were taking beta blockers found that taking chromium raised their HDL cholesterol levels.
Okay. Now, there are two different kinds of cholesterol. There's a good one and a bad one. And cholesterol also aids in the production of hormones, like testosterone and estrogen. So, what's the scoop on too much cholesterol? Studies show that eggs are not always the link to high cholesterol. In fact, 70% of the population does not experience a rise in bad cholesterol or LDL cholesterol levels from consuming eggs. So that leads us on to what I wanted to teach about today on eggs. As I told you in the beginning of the class, eggs have all the vitamins at one shot. And boiled eggs are very easy to take with you if you need a quick lunch. Here's how we go. What I do is I will take some, they have non-GMO crackers. Milton is one of the companies that makes kosher non-GMO crackers, and they even make them with chia seeds and stuff, which is even healthier. But it says here, and I'd like to share, the many benefits of eggs include vitamin A, B5, B12, B2. Add to the daily recommended requirements. Vitamin B6, D, E like egg, K like king are found in eggs. Selenium is a macula-fighting antioxidant. Selenium, remember we were talking about the Brazil nut? One Brazil nut has all the selenium you need. You can also get selenium through eggs. And here it says that it fights macula. It's an antioxidant, selenium. Phosphorus aids in healthy bones and teeth. Calcium helps your bones stay strong. These are all things that are inside of eggs. Zinc helps your immune system, also found in eggs. Folate and protein. Hey Google, what does folate do for the body?
On the website nhs.uk, they say, folate helps the body make healthy red blood cells and is found in certain foods. Folic acid is used to treat or prevent folate deficiency anemia. I also found an answer to this question. What are the benefits of taking folate? Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
On the website mayoclinic.org, they say, folate is important in red blood cell formation and for healthy growth and function. The nutrient is crucial during early pregnancy to reduce the risk of birth defects of the brain and spine.
That's pretty good, huh? Okay, we're going to hit one or two more things. And we never thought twice about it. Tastes good. We liked it. It was a nice bright color. But did we ever know what it does for the body? Let's find out. Hey Google, what does corn do for the body?
On the website webmd.com, they say, corn is rich in vitamin C, an antioxidant that helps protect your cells from damage and wards off diseases like cancer and heart disease. Do you want a little more context?
Yes.
Corn is rich in vitamin C, an antioxidant that helps protect your cells from damage and wards off diseases like cancer and heart disease. Yellow corn is a good source of the carotenoids lutein and zeaxanthin, which are good for eye health and help prevent the lens damage that leads to cataracts.
Excellent, huh? Did we ever think corn was good for eye health? Well, let me tell you something else that's good for eye health. And that is sweet potatoes and carrots. All foods has, especially the orange tones, have health benefits of beta carotene, which is good for the eyes, to protect, to help them, to keep them going strong, and highly recommended. Now, I would normally ask at this point if there would be any questions, comments, good sayings, but you'd have to call me on the phone because the conference center, we closed it because we didn't have enough people in there to avoid people and have them spoiled. They just wait for my emails, you know. What can we do? Class for today. Let me think if there's anything else. Oh, coconut. 1 minute. Hey Google, the health benefits of coconut.
On the website healthline.com, they say, rich in fiber and MCTs, it may offer a number of benefits, including improved heart health, weight loss, and digestion. Do you want a little more context?
Yes.
Rich in fiber and MCTs, it may offer a number of benefits, including improved heart health, weight loss, and digestion. Yet, it's high in calories and saturated fat, so you should eat it in moderation. Overall, unsweetened coconut meat makes a great addition to a balanced diet.
Okay. And hey Google, what does watermelon do for the body?
On the website webmd.com, they say, watermelon's high water content, antioxidants, and amino acids may make for a better workout. It's also high in potassium, a mineral that could cut down on cramps at the gym. You can watermelon juice after you sweat, too. Doing so could help prevent muscle soreness, as long as you don't push yourself too hard. People also ask me, is it okay to eat watermelon every day? Want to hear the answer?
Yes.
On the website livescience.com,
Basic watermelon has a lot more benefits than what we would imagine. Hey Google, the health benefits of water.
I found a list on the website healthline.com. The top 9 health benefits of watermelon. Here are the first 4. Helps you stay hydrated. Packed with nutrients and beneficial plant compounds. Packed with nutrients and beneficial plant compounds. May have anti-cancer effects. And may improve heart health. Want to hear more?
Yes. It has an electrolyte system also.
Alright, here's 4 more. May reduce inflammation and oxidative stress. May help prevent macular degeneration. May relieve muscle soreness. And may aid skin health. To see the whole list, follow the link I just sent to your phone.
Okay, we are now about to wrap up for today. You might have a computer if you're in the class. So if you'll go to the search on the top of one of the web pages or the internet page, you can write in the health benefits of, and every time you're going to eat or you have a meal coming up, write down what you're going to eat, the health benefits of corn, carrots, whatever it is, and find out what nutrients you are consuming and what you need, because it's very possible that you could be consuming various foods, same nutrient. So that one you're fine with, but there are other ones that are being avoided. So it's very neat. Make yourself a menu for the week on your time off, so that you cover more area or more nutrients. And of course, every week we come in with various different foods and their nutrients, supplements and their nutrients. And so I just wanted to share one more thing while thinking about it, and that is that there is a vitamin C on the market by a company called Naturello, Naturello, and it is a mega powerhouse of vitamin C, much higher level of vitamin C in that juice than in any other juice. So if you can find that supplement, it's 100% natural, and it's made from natural fruits, and it's also a powerhouse of vitamin C. And of course, if you have any questions or comments about anything we teach in the class, please don't hesitate to give me a call anytime. I'll be glad to answer whatever questions y'all could have. And Bobby Mary, I'm always glad to see you. And I pray for you and your husband to have mega miracles and be perfectly healthy now and forever. I believe if you'll start making some of these changes in your eating habits, you will see a better quality. We do our best, Hashem does the rest, you know? So we have to learn and find out what is the best. And I know that what I've learned has helped me tremendously. I believe my husband also feels that way. Let's see, we have a question here. Shalom, shalom.
Hi, shalom. I just wanted to thank you, first of all, for continuing to give the class.
Baruch Hashem.
The D3, B12, and what else? And the CQ10.
The vitamin E is like a natural antibiotic. So
Yeah,
if you're under the weather, you want to take it every day until it stops.
Oh, because you said once not to take it all the time. The
Right.
vitamin E. But when you're sick, you should take it more of it.
When you're under the weather, you should take it once a day, every day in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Or I think you could take that at night too. Let me find
All
out.
right. But I just wanted to
Go ahead.
I just wanted to mention to you that since I've been doing that, when I got a little cold a couple of weeks ago, I was able to not have to go to the doctor, not to take antibiotics.
Baruch Hashem.
Quite green mucus. I felt good enough to just deal with myself.
Excellent. You have a health food store nearby, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. So you want to?
Health foods.
Did you hear about a natural antibiotic made from a flower that's called echinacea or echinacea? Echinacea. Yeah, I always have trouble pronouncing it. And
yes, I did take some of the echinacea when I wasn't feeling
because that comes in a combined supplement with gold seal, and that's also good to take together if you find a combination.
Yeah, I used to have that combination, but I didn't realize that it's supposed to come together.
It can. It doesn't have to.
Sometimes they're separate. But I just wanted to thank you for that because, taking the antibiotics really gets me down. It makes the conditions last longer, which really knocked me out.
Now here's something you might not know. When people take chemical antibiotics, although it does seem to heal the person with time, it kills a lot of the good probiotics in the intestinal system.
Right. I do know that, Yiska. But I fridge the probiotics, and somehow I forget to take them.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what you do. You buy yourself a couple of containers of yogurt, the sweet one, whatever, anything that's tasting good. You boil up some eggs, and when you have to be in a rush to go to work, you grab a couple boiled eggs and a yogurt and take it with you. Yogurt has probiotic in it.
Oh, yeah? I need to get some plain, unflavored, because I find the sweet yogurts are really, they end up giving me like a headache or something, kind of like a brain fog. I have to be careful with melted food a little.
No, you know what it is?
I like it, but it doesn't seem to like me.
You have to look. Well, here's what you can do. You get the plain, and the night before, you can put into the plain, you can put a little lemon juice and some sweetener. I use stevia. I'm not sure what sweetener you could use. But
I started using the coconut, the organic coconut.
There you go. I use that in the morning for my coffee. So you bananas and smash them up and throw them in there. And you can use.
Do you know of something that is good for people who are what do they call that? Lactose intolerant. That's natural that you could take when you eat milk food, so you don't get upset in your system too much. Because my system does not react well after I have milk.
Okay.
I like it and I like the taste of it, but
there's milk in the regular supermarket. Maybe not on Kingston, but in the regular like Goyim supermarkets, they have a lactose-free milk. and it has an OU hexure. So the point is, it's like a medicine. It's not like a food. And it's not that you're doing it to delight yourself. If you drink it a little before you go to bed, let's say an hour before bedtime, and you put a little sweetener in there, what I do is I put a little bit of vanilla and a little bit of sweetener in there, and it tastes very yummy, so I can drink it right down. Or,
but see, you always been able to eat Norfolk food. I remember when you were living here, a lot of your diet is Norfolk.
Right, but
see,
they
the problem
have
with me is
they have
my
gluten.
diet, my regular diet is more chicken and fleishik food. So nighttime is not a time when I can have milk because I'm usually fleishik in the evening.
And you don't want to do milk in the morning because it'll make you sleepy. But maybe you eat your fleishiks a little earlier and plan on a parve or dairy dinner so that you can go ahead and drink your milk. Not every night, but at least every other night. And you buy the milk that's what's called lactose free.
They say buttermilk is not so problematic for people that are lactose intolerant.
No, they have lactose free milk. I buy the organic lactose free.
Okay, I have to see if they have it around here. I don't know.
If they don't, I'm sure that what's the name of that?
I've never used anything that's not Chromium Picolinate. I'll tell you, but honestly, my life I've been stricter about the hexture on milk products than on meat and chicken, because I don't know, somehow when Zadie and I were traveling with the horses a lot, it was a real challenge to find, kosher food in these supermarkets in these out-of-the-way places.
Well, imagine when I was in Puerto Rico, and then I came out here to the Bamidbar. So
yeah, that's right. I know.
I've been used to that a long time. But I'll tell you that the lactose-free milk, check it out, see what you can do, see what it's made up of or how they did it. I've not really checked into it very well because I've always used OUD because I've always lived out of, except when I was in Crown Heights, because then I had a store down the block.
I understand.
But
well, I'll tell you one thing I have found that I like very much. I don't do it a lot, but when it pays good to use it, they have this very nice company that does organic milk products, yogurt and milk, and they're very, very tasty, really delicious, and it's some kind of a special kind. They're a little bit expensive, I must say, but they're really good. Especially they produce it, fresh for Passover. And then I do to get some of that.
And I want you to know that there is a parve yogurt. My husband uses it for dessert every night. We buy it in Walmart. It's cheaper, but the supermarket and Walmart both carry it. It's
Which one is it? What's it called?
Let me get it for you and show you 1 minute. I'm going to put it on the screen. So the fact that it's yogurt will help you with the probiotics, But it's not dairy, it's parve. This is what it looks like. The company is So, S-O.
It's not milk, it's a real yogurt?
It says here, coconut milk yogurt alternative.
I've seen that company. So delicious.
And dairy-free. And it doesn't just say OU. It says OU parve. And
I'm going to look for it.
Yeah, it's made with everything organic.
OU parve.
Coconut milk. Coconut cream. Cane sugar. Strawberries. This one's strawberry. Rice starch.
And it's called So Delicious, I think, right?
Yeah, S-O Delicious, correct. And it's a big banner that says dairy free.
Okay, I'm going to try some of it and see if it agrees with me. Yogurt.
Yeah.
Substitute. Right.
But I think it gives you the.
I'm going to try that.
I think it gives you the probiotics that There's also called kimchi, or if I can remember the name. In the morning, I would remember better than now. But there are various products that are made. Kimchi. Kimchi is it called? Yeah. That's also. And let me tell you something while we're at it. Pickles and sauerkraut have probiotic in them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you can just put some pickles or sauerkraut with the
Esther
Folate.
makes her own pickles, and she makes pickled grapes.
Well, that's the reason it's called pickled is because it gets the probiotics going, natural things that body. So
Okay, I do like it. I eat it sometimes.
not sometimes. Every dinner, add a little bit of pickles and whatever else that is. Pickles and sauerkraut.
Okay, I like it. It makes me feel like my food digests better with it.
And then get yourself one of these yogurts for dessert and you're set.
That's a good alternative.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say goodnight because I have an early morning tomorrow. Hopefully, take notes every time that I watch.
And you should know that you guys are in our prayers.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And when I see my husband, I'm going to share with him and hopefully buy some of these things and try to see if he can, get used to eating some of them.
Exactly.
So he'll be, with his heart and with everything else he's experiencing,
buy him a couple of hot dogs with mustard and put sauerkraut on it.
Yeah, but I saw on the internet, they said one of the worst things you can eat, especially for your heart, is hot dogs.
Yeah, if you eat them every day. But if you just do it one shot here and there, the mustard and the sauerkraut are excellent for the body. So, yeah.
Well, he likes both those things, mustard and sauerkraut.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. He should eat a little bit, not a lot. But,
right. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, wish you bracha, tzlacha, v'simcha. Please send my regards to Esther and give her a hug for me. And if you have any health questions during the week, please don't hesitate to call me or text me with them, and I'll be glad to include them in this coming class.
Okay, sir.
Mine. And we did a class on Hasidus at noon today, your time.
I listened to part of it. I was on the way to Mifsoim, but I did tune in for part of it. What I do is sometimes during the week I tune it in, and I like to try to catch up a little bit.
So I haven't emailed it out yet. I have a
place where I teach Torah to these elderly people.
Oh well.
And it's hard on Sunday morning to get everything in at the same time.
Yeah, no.
So what I do
was
is since it's recorded, I can catch up, later on. So that's what I've been doing during the week. When I have a little few minutes, I tune in your husband.
So what I'm telling you is that I haven't sent out the emails yet. So you'll get an email with the link when I send it out.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I can go up to YouTube. I find it.
Oh, excellent.
So
I'm so proud of you.
To send it.
Oh,
yeah, I can get it.
I'm so proud of you. Zyka Bench. Yeah. Amen for all of us.
Happiness,
Amen.
Health and wealth and happiness and all good things.
Mashiach now.
Amen.
Zyka Bench.
That's the main thing.
Amen.
Reserve me a spot near you in Jerusalem.
Oh yeah. No, I wouldn't leave without you.
We'll be dancing together.
I already have my. We both. We both have our tambourine.
Nicely.
Thank you.
It adds to the class the way you look so nice every time.
Baruch Hashem, thank you so much. Zyka Bench.
You have your tambourine. I just heard. I saw you say it.
Yeah, no, you inspired me to make mine. When I saw yours, it inspired me. Anyway, Zyka Bench, Abiga Zund, and we'll speak soon. Huh?
Can I tell you a quick story?
Yeah.
Once I visited the New York Museum of History, of History in Manhattan. And I was, slowly going around and looking at things. And there was this one area that was the history of Egypt and Greece and different countries. And in the section about the history of Egypt, they had a display of tambourines.
Oh, well.
And it said there something about the Jewish people, the Jewish women or something. There was some kind of I don't remember exactly the words, but it mentioned it in such a way, and I looked and I thought, oh, that's amazing. And it has made history.
Wow. Excellent.
Yeah, they actually showed the actual tambourines.
Wow.
Like these historical tambourines.
There's some very special about each one.
Yeah.
But I love you, Bobby Miriam. I missed you. One of these days we have to come and visit. And but yeah, right. Once the world would get a little more normal, hopefully. Okay. Anyway, I wish you a bracha tzlacha b'simcha Sunday. Let's wait until this thing. Husby, can you close the computer over there?
Yeah.
Wait 1 second. Let me just close this box. There you go. Go ahead. Time to close. Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetie.
I think what I have to do, I have to move things around because this computer blocks this computer when you're doing it, and this computer blocks the internet when I ask questions like for this class. Okay, YouTubers, I was waiting. The internet's been playing games today for some reason, so I was waiting for it to come back in to say thank you for coming in. Hope you enjoyed the class. Today is Sunday. We will be back tomorrow. My husband's class is not recorded on YouTube, which is the Gemara class. But after his class, which would be Eastern time, which is New York or Baltimore or any place on the East Coast, would be at 5:30 for my husband's class. Then 6:30 New York time will be my class. And I think we are going to make a continuation of Rabbi, here it is, Rabbi Laser Brody's book called Powerhouse section there that explains all that when a person gets angry for whatever reason, it costs a lot. Started out in the beginning of my class today with the beginning of that chapter, but there was too much to finish today. So we're probably going to finish tomorrow in tomorrow's class. That will be Eastern time, 6:30. Dakota time will be 4:30. Hope you can join us
Tomorrow is 3:30.
for your class.
And 4:30 for you. Oh, okay. So for them at 6:30, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we wish you blessings and goodness and joy, and have a healthy life. Do your best and pray, and Hashem will do the rest. Shalom, shalom.